fighting for playoff position. This is as intense of a regular season as you'll see.
It's how John would have came, bro.
Feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant.
Y'all's revenge.
Jackson out there with
Not
Edie,
gonna lie.
and it's Wells in at the 3.
The defense gives Shea all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
Here's Morant, following the bucket by the Thunder. Yep, that one's good.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Williams on the wing. Pass to Holmgren. Takes a 3. And it's Bane with the rebound. And now we go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Mark Daigneault.
They were concerned with Jaren Jackson Jr. on both ends of the floor. Coach saying defensively, Triple J covers so much space, a blocking machine. And on the other side of the ball, Jaren has serious skill for a man of his size. He's a tough game plan for us. Jaren Jackson Jr., a two-way menace. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie. And it's good for 2.
Closer in. Look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
And when it comes to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's hungry to take that next step, Grant.
Yeah, and they've got the core to do it, B.A. You got Morant, Bane, and Jackson. They're all all-star caliber players and still in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of great chemistry and time to get it right.
Now here's Morant. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Gets the 3 ball to go. Morant's got 7 points in the game.
Look, when you're as explosive as Ja, then opponents are going to let you take shots from deep.
To stop the run. Got a hand on it. Here's Wells. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit. Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Pass to Morant. Tipped.
Please tell me how that's fair.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. To the inside. And it's Hartenstein. That time on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Morant. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. Thunder trail by 3. It's Williams, high post. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Aldama's checked in. Here's Morant. He has 7. Pass to Bane. Now here's Jackson. Kicks it out to Bane. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, Morant knocks down the triple. He's got 10.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Lets it go from 11. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Grizzlies lead by 4. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Aldama. 23 points his last outing. And the layup is good off the glass. Morant's got 12.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Takes a 13-footer, and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all 3 levels.
With the step back. Here's Morant. Uses the glass on the layup.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 6. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. And there it is for him.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. He wants to give them a breather and talk things over. This is the first they're seeing of Memphis.
Yeah, they got swept by this team in the season series last year, which goes against all logic.
A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Clark is checked in for Memphis. Pippen comes in for Morant. Here's Bane. Sweet little floater.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
51 seconds left to play in the first. Wallace outside. Lets it go from the wing. Memphis with a rebound.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Here's Pippen. He's guarded by Caruso. Jackson surveying the D. And Jackson gets double teamed. Clock at 4. There's the 3. Here's Aldama. Off the mark there with a 3. Right side, Williams.
Oh, yes!
Whoa. Throw it down!
Oh! And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
Jackson outside. The 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, they're off to a good start, getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. We've got Jaren Jackson. He's out there with Santi Aldama. Luke Kennard out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Pippen in at the point.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Timeout called. Memphis. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Edey's checked in for Clark. Desmond Bane comes in for Kennard. And it's Ja Morant in for Pippen. Gilgeous-Alexander against Morant. Crafty move. The skill. The grace. Morant.
Ooh, as usual, Morant bringing down the house.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Thunder trail by 9. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Misses from close range.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Kicks it out to Bane. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's an 11-point Grizzly lead.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that." To me, winning was the most important thing.
Yeah, and they did a lot of winning, Allie. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Caruso. Morant finds Bane. Back to Morant. Oh, he cranks it in! Right on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Goodness.
And if you're wondering what makes Ja so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Morant. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wiggins. There's a screen by Wiggins. Dort for three. And Morant clears the board. Grizzlies lead by 10. And Richardson's bursting onto the scene. Bane has been nothing short of spectacular.
Bane was a steal with the 30th pick. He's added to his game each year. And now, look, he's one of the better two-way wings in the league.
And it's Memphis with another.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
SGA takes it himself and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Morant against Gilgeous-Alexander. And Ja Morant again. Morant's got 24 points.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Richard, if the three-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high percentage looks.
Let's see what you got.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. No points yet. Hartenstein passes to Wallace. It's Dort on the wing. Outside, Williams. Plenty of space. He squares up and sinks it.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they crossed that line.
They never settled in defensively, and it cost them.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Thunder trail by 12. Pass to Holmgren. Now Wallace. Holmgren with a screen on Morant. Wallace, the pass to Holmgren. Holmgren powers through traffic.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Richard, for years, the Grizzlies' team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
Morant, no good.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Pass to Holmgren from deep. Here's Hartenstein. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Jackson with it. Watch by Wallace. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Oklahoma City shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Caruso, he's checked in for Wallace. So hits 1 and misses 1 at the line. Memphis leading by 11. Pass to Bane. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Big slam from Bane. I love whenever he uses that athleticism in close.
34 seconds left to play in the half. Moran against Caruso. And stolen by Jackson. There's 21 seconds left in the second period.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Holmgren. Ooh, the confidence from Holmgren inside.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Misses, and you know he wants that one back. And so it's Memphis in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Hello and welcome, everybody. It was a big first half for Ja Morant, and we've come to expect this.
Ja was dynamite. When his shots falling, you can forget about slowing him down. He just has too deep of a bag.
And if they added his style points to his actual points, he'd break the single game record tonight easily.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward. That's the group for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander, it's hauled in by Ja Morant.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Outside Bane. Outside Morant. Morant elevates at the rim.
Okay, I see you, Ja, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Thunder trail by 15.
That glaze was insane.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Holmgren's got 7 points in the game.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do
You
that.
just leave my mic on, bro.
Kicks it out to Bane. Here's Edey. He's guarded by Hartenstein. His first shot attempt. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score.
I didn't mean to agree with this
It's what his
nigga.
team relies on him to do.
Dort for 3. Memphis with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Bane against Dort. Pass to Edey. Outside Morant. Off target at the rim.
Damn.
Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. It's a 14-point game. RJ, when Ja Morant's at his best, you won't find a more entertaining player in the league.
Oh, BA, he is a generational talent. There is no easy way to defend him. That blend of skill, athleticism.
I don't know how I just made that.
It is so impressive and hard to guard.
Dort outside. Inside, here's Holmgren, and the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Pippen, he's checked in for Memphis. Pass to Edey.
Gotta give job, bro.
The 3 ball. And another 3 for Memphis.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Thunder trail by 18. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got 5 rebounds in the game.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Now here's Jackson. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. The 3 knocks down the long J. Jackson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Left side Williams. From deep, Holmgren. The Thunder with another miss.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Payne, no good. Oklahoma City is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Williams misses. And here's Memphis. They're on a 15-5 run. Here's Pippen. And he banks in the layup. Pippen's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Oklahoma City calls timeout. So for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Caruso comes in for Holmgren, and it's Wallace in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Ja Morant comes in for Pippen. Now here's Williams. 6 points for him. Pass to Williams. Dort with it. Outside, Williams. Off target from outside.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Payne against Dort. And he gets it to go. Payne's got 4 points now in the quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Now here's Wallace, hounded by Morant. Dort, a screen on Morant. The 11-footer. Wallace's shot is good. Wallace has got 5 now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Wallace outside. And here's Caruso outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 8 now.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Outside, Williams. Looking to end this cold spell. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Morant surveying the floor. Here's Payne. Dort grabs the miss. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Stop clapping,
That's the
nigga.
play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And so it's Memphis, firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. They've got Gigi Jackson, Brandon Clark out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's Pippen in the point guard.
And Caruso's athleticism just jumps out to you, especially when he's up there finishing.
Wiggins outside from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Pass to Clark. Chalk up 2 there. Clark's gotten his first points in this one.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Wiggins. There's a screen by Wiggins. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D there from Aldama. Now here's Kennard. Defense right on him. Pass to Jackson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander touched it last. So for Oklahoma City, Williams comes in for Jang. And it's Dort in for Wallace. Memphis has gone 6 of 9 from three-point range. Pippen, pass to Kennard. Over to the left wing. The 3 is up. Pippen, no good. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Clark with it. Caruso covers. And the basket by Clark. Clark's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wiggins. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's a screen by Wiggins. Lets it fly. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And these are the shots this team wants Dort taking. He understands his role in this offense.
Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Caruso, the pass to Williams. Here's Dort. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Williams is checked in for Memphis. 6 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Second shot opportunity. Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Pippen, pass to Clark. Here's Williams. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Attacking the heart of this defense. That's 8 straight points inside.
Pass to Holmgren. Beyond the arc. Memphis with a rebound.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Spins. The kick out to Williams. And here's Clark for 3. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for OKC. 16 feet out. Offensive board. And Hartenstein slams it in.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Timeout call, Memphis. You know, for a while now, the NBA has done a last 2 minutes report on games. Richard, how do you think the players feel about this?
I can tell you how I feel. I don't like the 2-minute report. I think it does absolutely nothing to help the basketball game. Guys are frustrated. They need to move on. If they walk into the next game worried about the last 2-minute report, are they really focused on that game?
Ja Morant, he's checked in for Pippen.
A great scorer. Morant showing his poise on that shot.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Memphis?
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And you have to talk about the passing, too. I mean, the ball has been zipping around on the offense, and they've kept the extra pass mentality the whole way.
The Grizzlies have gotten 6 of 8 shots to fall during this fourth. Pass to Kennard. Here's Williams. Count the basket. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter. 1:31 left in the final quarter.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Grizzlies.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And when we look at their record, this game pushes them to 49 wins. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Ja Morant.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking him down.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB physical get.
Okay, look
wow.
out.
Man.
Wow.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
And then Morant with the dunk.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Memphis in total control. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Williams. Morant with it. Fires the three. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Morant's got 43 points.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you.